Recording is on.
Good evening, guys. Today's the section is day 10 representation of the joints. And the representation of the joints mean that from the beginning we are learning about the robot and the robotics. And in this, the major and the main part is that links and the joints. If we combining of the links and joints, then only the particular type of a robot can move, can do the any type of a particular actions for the representative task. And now we are going to learn how the different type of joints is there, and how that joints are going to be used for different type of representation and in real time use cases of robots in the application that makes the precisionable for the comfortable of work. Now we can see here that the revolute joint, prismatic joint, cylindrical joint, hook joint, twisting joint, kinematic diagram. We got this all the representation of a joints, and now we can go for the deep discussion and how was the representation will be and which type of working capability we can do. And here we can see that revolute joint, the revolute joint r is that it has been representation has a r. At the previous sections you have seen that the tss coordinate system and trr coordinate system mean that that was the representations which has included like this only. And here you have seen that the revolutionary joint has been represented by the r, like that there also it has been represented. And now it is clear means that topic also it will be so clear for you. The revolute joint r is that, let us see how to represent it, the different type of joint under in the robot with help of a few symbols, so that we can represent it the whole manipulator with the help of these symbols. This revolute joint, we have already discussed the demand of an r, and this particular symbol is also used to represent the revolutionary joint. And the r symbol, it can represent the revolutionary joint, and it can axis in a three type of an axis that already you know guys that the three axes will be added when we go within a 3D dimension. We'll acting within a three dimension that x, y and z. This was the representation of in a joint, sorry, the angle rotation of joint. And here we can see that the revolutionary joint mean that one after another it has been intercolated and interrelated between the two objects, interrelated between the two objects. And how the revolutionary joint will be rotate and how it will be worked mean the revolutionary joint axis. If you take that it is in the revolutionary joint, the revolutionary joint means like how was your scissor will be like that only, mean that there will be the fixed type of a joint and it is fixed in the fixed base. Then after the two ends of the particular what can I say, the machinery that makes the representation in a revolutionary position. And that revolutionary position has been represented to the two positions, that is the link I and the link j. And this link I and link j means there has been two links and two joints, and it has been represented as one link into I and one link into j. I and j has been represented. And here the revolutionary joint, revolutionary joint means in which it has been depend at the joint position, not at the link position. Link has been attached to the joint. In the joint position it is going to be represented that particular action according to the work analytics. And now here you can see that the another, and it has been represented as an I joint and I link, J joint and J link, and revolute joint axis and the revolute. Mean that in a particular time variancy and the particular time movement, it is going to be a revolute according to the workspace and the working capability. Okay, and now here you have seen this. This was the diagram of a revolute joint. And next we can move on to the another joint. This is prismatic joint. The prismatic joint is that nothing but then the denoted by P. We use either this particular symbol to represent the prismatic joint or that particular symbol to represent the prismatic joint. Okay, the prismatic joint is a connected between two objects that allows relative motion along a single axis, motion that perpendicular to the axis, okay, is prevented. This means that a joint has 1 degree of freedom, 1 DOF. Yeah, at the first when I explain you about the industrial robotics, then on that time I said you that the joint will be there will be a different type of degrees of freedom. Here you can see this is a base of robot, and this is the link and joint and link, joint and link, end effector. This is end effector. When the manipulator, this is called as a manipulator from the base, it has been shorted and interconnected between the link, and the link makes the interconnection of joint, the joint and link, and two links and one joint is acting. How we can see that how many links and how many joints are acting? According to that we can say that it is the in a particular joint or else in a particular coordinate. Here we can see that the three links has been added, two joints has been added. What we can say that either it be in a revolutory joint, either it be in a the prismatic joint. If you go the prismatic joint, it is not. Why means the prismatic joint means it will be in a linear motion, and it gives the it access the one single degree of freedom, 1 degree of freedom. It makes the particular um, object to be in a flow from the particular line, that is the prismatic joint. And here we can see that how was the revolute joint it will be. The revolute joint is that what was the axis in the particular rotation. And here we can see that the prismatic joint are that there will be an one fixed beam. According to that fixed beam, the revolutory joint is going to be moved. Like at the real time example I need to say means, yeah, at the crane, crane you can see that the crane can move to the flexible dimension to the linear movement to forward, and that it is going to be lift the particular objects. There we can use this type of, yeah, this will be in a fix, either this will be in a fix, this will be in a fix, and the crane, at the crane this part will be moved from front and back, front and back, like that. At that bike chalk up set also you can see that when we are going to push that, it is going to be inside and make the balancing of an what we can say, make the balancing of a robot, sorry, bike handle. That's why we use the prismatic joints to be in a controlling of a particular robot in a particular dimensions. It makes the variation between normal nomenclature of a robot to the
minimum axis rotation of robot. And the prismatic joint, it is so accurately it will be worked to give the output of a robot, and it makes the balancing of a particular robot, and it gives that what can I say, it will be mainly used at the industrial purpose to make the particular resources to assemble, or else in it to be make that particular robot or a particular object in a precision manner. Why means in sometimes it cannot be in a fixed movement. It can be coming within a random axis or a random shapes or something else. But on that time, how we have to be move in front of that, and how we have to be identify that particular part in a particular position, mean that on that time they are going to be use this prismatic joint angle variances. This prismatic joint angle variances, it is so useful, and it makes the more beneficial for the particular persons who are using the robots at the industrial or else purpose of a home based or something else. And this is all about prismatic joint. It will be represented by the P. At revolutionary joint it is represented by R, and the prismatic joint it is represented by the P. You can note it down, guys. Cylindrical joint, yeah. If we go within the cylindrical joint, it is the most major part of the joints which we are using at the robots, and it makes the main key role to make the robot to be in a precision manner and a most accurate manner. The cylindrical joint, that is denoted by C, and here we can use this particular symbol to represent the cylindrical joint. The robot have a one rotate of R joint at the base, and linear joint is L, and succeed to connect to the link B. Then this configuration can be designed at a TTL. Mean that, yeah, here you can see that the TLL. The TLL means that what was the representation will be. The T means what you can say, the L means linear joint. It has been represented as a linear joint. A T means, okay, at the furthermore you can see that what is T. Until that you can remember. Here the cylindrical joint is that the journal and a bearing. When the cylindrical joint will be at main, how was the particular part will be moving to the frontwards, and how it is going to be backward, and how it can rotate it the angular momentum in a particular direction, or else how it can makes to give the precision way to be finding of an object. There will be the bearing technology. Bearing has been used at this to be moving the freer part of a soft, and that bearing makes the particular soft in a particular angle of workspace. That workspace is used to make the particular object of job. And at middle of here you can see that if we take in the graphical representation, the x, y, and z axis, there will be in the center of a point that we are going to firstly um, take in a modeling. After that, we has to be interconnected between the particular joint. That particular joint, it makes that to be rotate in the angular momentum for making that joint in a the angle, it will rotating in a angular momentum
for making that particular joint to do the workspace of job. And here we can see that the rigid bearing is going to be used, and rigid journal. The rigid journal is going to be help out of to move the particular soft according to the bearing. The bearing is made to rotate that particular what can I say, that particular joint in a particular angle. Flexible beam is going to beam means that it's like in a link. We flexible beam means flexible link. In flexible link means it has to be rotate, or else it has to be do the particular work in a particular time. On that time we are going to use the one joint and two links is interconnected to the cylinder. That makes that the TTL representation. That's why they have given here the TTL representation of a joint. The TTL representation means that they are going to use one link and two joints. That is the TTL representation. That according to that representation, the cylindrical part of an axis is going cylindrical part of a dimension is going to be defined here. And here you can see that the computer, when we are going to give the coding for a robot, there will be two type of methodologies for the ideally means that the integration for giving the coding, there will be one platform of a particular robot. On that particular robot platform, the ideally we are going to give the coding for presetting the what can I say, the presetting the angle rotations, or else we are going to be intercollaborate with that the synchronizing of in a particular robot and as well as in a particular software. How the robot and the software will be synchronized or in a simulation process will be done. And firstly we need to know that how it is going to be synchronized means, and how our Bluetooth is connecting with the particular device, and how our Wi-Fi can be connected. Like that only the microcontroller there has in a particular receiving of a signal from that particular software. If we send a request from that software, that after opening of that software, near the devices of a microcontrollers will be open, and we has to be select that we has to be control the four if there is a multiple robots, and there will be in a one particular, what can I say, that particular model number, like a 6-axis robot or 4-axis robot, like that. According to that 6-axis or 4-axis robot, we has to do we has to be synchronize that, or else we has to be make it a combining of the software and as well as in a uh, okay yeah, software and the hardware. Okay, this is going to be happen over there, guys. And one more thing, that what was the this you'll be getting that how what is these buttons and how it can be accessed according to this. Yeah, there will be x-axis, y-axis and the z-axis, that you too has know that what was the representation of the joints. That, and now you are getting that origin, the first origin, in which side it has to be rotated, at the right side of an origin or else on left side of an origin. When we turn on to the particular robot to online mode, firstly we have to give the presetting of an what can I say, that yeah, the presetting of an angular directions. And there will be the how we are going to be presetting that angular direction when, and here there is 1 point, and here there is 1 point, and here there is 1 point. This is our final job we has to do. Means firstly we has to do 0, 1, 2 and 3. If we think that this is in a 4 steps, firstly we have to start from 0 only. Why means the while we are going to give the coding, we are going to give the 1, then it stops at 0.
then it is going to be give the uh, yeah, then it is going to be yeah, no, sorry, while we are giving the coding, we are going to give the 0, and it is going to be stop at the 0 point, mean that at the machine language it is in a 1. Okay, and this is 2, and this is 3, and this is 4. According to that, we has to give the 0, and the robot will be stopped over in this point, and then after this point, then after this point, then after this point, like that we has to set the presetting of a particular object. Yeah, the particular object is here. You has to cross these 2 points, or else directly you has to go from one point to the another point. Then whatever the representation you are giving for the robot to synchronize, no, to make the particular job condition, according to that the robot is going to be come in a particular area of a condition, and it is going to be pick up or do something task of a job over there. Then after you will be getting the most precision manner. Okay, and okay, after giving that, and this was the presetting of the coordinates for the robot. It is going to be a pick, if we go with the pick and place, this was the example of that, and this is going to be give the presetting of data for the robot. Then after we has to go for the R3 toolbox for the Mitsubishi industrial robots, and in that Mitsubishi industrial robots, the R3 toolbox is in a software to be compiling that particular coding, and it has a one software key also. When you buy the robot, then you will be getting the one ideally. And for our quantum robotics boards also, there has the particular ideally for the our boards, which we are making for an industrial purpose or else in an educational purpose. There will be a particular ideally. In that ideally only the it can use the they can do the coding at any ideally it cannot be do the coding. Why means the particular robot has to be synchronized within the particular what can we say that um, ideally, then only the whatever the coding we are going to give for this, and we are going to be execute that coding is going to be implemented that particular robot. That particular robot is going to be do according to our coding working job condition. Now we got it. How was a cylindrical joint will be at, and how it is going to be synchronized with the robotic software, how it is going to be synchronized, and that it makes the particular job condition in a main variancy of in a time. And now we can learn that the hook joint, it is represented as a U, and the hook joint is commonly known as the universal joint, is used to convert two non-parallel and interesting shafts. It is also used for shaft which angular misalignment misalignment. A common application of this joint is in an automobile, where it is used to transmit power from the gearbox to the rear axle. Yeah, here you can see that the this version the universal joint, it has been linked within a particular objects. In this universal joint, there can be acted in a multiple task. It can be in a linear joint, it can be in a prismatic joint, it can be in any revolutionary joint. It can do the hook joint, means that it can interconnected between the two joints also. And here you can see that, guys, the representation of a hook joint will be interconnection between the two softs, and there is the middle of a soft, and it can be rotated from here to here, and this can also can be rotated from here to sorry, up and down, and this is right and left, it can be rotated, and maybe it can be do the particular angular directions also. And here also there can be the particular angular variances. And how was this is going to be a work? There is the centralized part which is going to be stabilizing the particular object. It is called as a soft. And then after, the key will be interconnected between the soft and the key has in a certain bearings or in a certain the angular rotativity motions, and that makes that particular object to be rotate in a particular angular direction. Then after, fork. The fork is the basic structure that it is going to be interconnected between the one axis to another axis for representation of joint. And a collector, sorry, color. Color is that to be interconnection between one joint and the another joint to give the representation of a particular joint in one single angle. Sorry, the two angles is going to be at over here. In these two angles, the particular collar is going to be bear that particular bear that two axis of a rotation. And the pin is going to be a connect that it works like in a rivet. You know that what was the rivet will be. The rivet is called as the interconnection between the two joints or in a two parts, that is called as a rivet. Like that only the pin will be works. Pin means to be make that particular object to be fixed with the interconnection of another part, that is called as a pin. And a tapper pin, the tapper pin is that the if we fix the screw for that, and almost the tight we can be tightened by that screw also. Sometimes maybe happens that it may be loose, and it may be losing of the connectivity. If you're giving the tapper pin for that, it will won't have any losing capacity to escape from that until and unless the person physically has removed that tapper pin. Until and unless the person has removed, it will won't that it will won't come outside from that particular part. This is all about the hook joint. This is also called as the universal joint. Why means the representation of a joint is more, and according to that representation of a joint, the particular work will be done. Okay. In twisting joint is V, and hook joint is U, and twisting joint is represented as a V. And here you are going to learn that the represent twisting joint, there the revolutionary joint you have learned, and what was the rotatory revolutionary joint and twisting joint differences also you can see here. And if you think about that, the revoluting joint mean type V. Type V means the twisting joint. The twisting joint will be like this, and whatever the position of a particular what can I say, the particular angle and the particular joint is going to be represented from one axis to another axis. One uh, soft will be in a parallel, and another soft is going to be rotate in a particular angular direction. That is the twisting joint. And in the rotatory joint, the whole the part is going to be in stationary position, but the particular working space of a part is going to be revolute. That is the difference between the twisting joint and the revolutory joint. And the twisting joint will be referred as V. This joint make the twisting motion among the output and input link. During this process, the output link axis will be vertical to the rotational axis. The output link axis will vertical to the rotational axis. The output link rotation in relation to be input link. Yeah, it has been connected between the output link and as well as the input link, and there will be one base and the angular pitch for making the rotatable axis and the rotatable directions. And the twisting joint we can be at here tacked to the robot arm, and if we attach it to the robot arm, and all the links and joint is going to be at here. And if you want to be connect to the robot, we have an option to be connect to the robot by the screw fitting, or else the rivet fitting, or else something else. By using of something else, we have an option to be fix within a robot. And after fixing with the robot, whatever the axis of a robot is going to be give, and whatever the rotating motions of a robot is going to move, according to that it is going to move on, and it is going to represent that attack to the robot arm and pitch and yaw and rolling motion. And these all the motions will be added in a particular joint, and it makes to be in a rotating motion and as well as in the angular rotation of a motion, that is called as the twisting joint. The twisting joint also interrelated and somewhat similar to the hook joint. um, Not much more similar, but somewhat similar to the hook joint. Why means the representation of a joints will be somewhat similar from hook joint and the twisting joint. This is about the twisting joint. Wait a second. Yeah, when we go with the kinematics and dynamics, there will be the particular calculations and the measurements. According to that calculations and measurements only, it is going to be an at. If the calculations and measurement it is not there, it is not going to be represent that particular task in the mean variance of real time world projects. Now we can see that the stripped down drawing showing the essential needs for kinematic analytics. All links are numbered while the joints are lettered. Now here we have one base, and it is giving the interconnection between the base and particular angle momentum, and this particular angle momentum also interconnected between the another angle momentum. And here we have given an base, and it has the capability to rotate from one place to another place, and according to the working space and according to the working condition of an object. Like this, the kinematics will be worked, and the kinematics is going to be add in a particular object. And here also you can see that the particular object has been interconnected between the kinematics to attach it between one links and the joints. And here we have in the working job condition. The working job is interconnected to the, what is that, but certain kinematic. The kinematic is going to be at mean that in a particular angular direction, with that angular direction it is going to be give the most precision manner of a working process. Here the main thing is that the working process finally we have to get it in the best, that it is going to be happen with the kinematics, only with the kinematics. Why miss the particular calculation and the particular dimension, the particular angles will be acted at the kinematics. That's why the kinematics can use that much uh, what can I say, that that much working process for this particular object and particular dimensions. Okay, this is all about today's class. Thank you so much, guys.